Hello, good morning. How are you all? Let me just move that camera slightly. Let's get that in the right space. Sorry, guys. Right. Hello. Hi, Bart. Hi, Ashley. Please don't post your questions yet. If you've just come in the door, make sure you've read the description box down below. Make sure you read the disclaimer. Please do not post any. Yes, you're all. Hi, Felicia. Yes, and Amy, yeah, hi. My name's Paula, by the way, for those that don't know. My name is Paula. So, hi, Bart. So, let's have a look. Who have we got here for the free list? Free list coming up. We've got Bart, Ashley, Dr. Fizzer, just came in as well. Yewanda, Alexandra, Janet, and Felicia. Diamond Girl. And Jennifer, right? I did say Jennifer, right? Yes, you did come up there before. Cool, you've lied. Okay, please do not post your questions just yet. I've got to make up the free list first. Okay, so the free list, and we have 10 people, minus of course, the mods, of course. Make sure you've read the disclaimer box down below because there are some questions that I will not answer. So please make sure you have read them completely. And I only do 3 at a time. I only want 3 questions at a time. So let me just get sorted. Now, I am going to ask you something because I do have something I want to give away before. I want to give away a reading in this live. If you were here and saw the trailer, if you watched the trailer before the live, then you're going to know this, hopefully know the answer. So for those that watched the trailer, it's a little video before the live. Okay, did you watch the trailer? If you watch the trailer, then you're going to know this question. Can you... Okay, if you've watched the trailer, can you name one of the 3 updates? One of the 3 updates that are on my Ko-Fi page that I did over the weekend. Can you name, so the first person that can name from the trailer the update that I did over the weekend on my Ko-Fi page. Okay, so one of the updates that I did on my Ko-Fi page. Oh, thanks, Caitlin. I was just about to do that and you beat me to it. I was just doing, okay, so we've got Bart, Ashley, Dr. Fizzy, Yewanda, Alexandra, Janet, Jennifer, Felicia, Diamond Girl. Cool. And 2 spots left. Brilliant. Thank you. So can you name the update that I did over the weekend? Can you name the updates that I did on my Ko-Fi page over the weekend? Can you name the actual updates that I did? What were they? What can you get that's new? No. I didn't get a wolf blanket. No. Update that I did on my Ko-Fi. On my Ko-Fi, should I say? My Ko-Fi. No. Nothing to do with books. No, nothing to do with healing. Nothing to do with, it was to do with services. They were updates of services on my Ko-Fi. Updates on my Ko-Fi. Something that you can get as a service. Right, okay. So questions from, so I see Caitlin's done the list. Hi. Nope, nothing to do with Crystal Reiki session. No, it was an update that I did over the weekend. No, nothing to do with learning. No. Yes, but spooky Halloween reading. Well done. Good, brilliant. Spooky Halloween readings. That's what I updated. There were 2 of them. And the third one was that members also get, there were some downloads from my digital art. Members also get download from my digital art as well. So Stacey, as you're part of the Ko-Fi members, there are spooky readings, Halloween readings. Well done, Bart. Well done indeed. But also, Stacey, there are also some free downloads in regards to some digital art as well that you can download to use as screensavers and wallpaper or whatever else you want to use, or you can print them out if you want to. That's totally up to you. So well done, Bart. Well done. Okay, Bart, today you are going to get a $10 free reading. So you really want to think about your question. So Ko-Fi members get some free downloads with being members. There's also a couple of oracle decks as well. A couple of tarot and oracle decks as well that you can download, Stacey. So, Bart, you're going to get a $10 reading. Okay, you're going to get a $10 reading. So you can think about your question for the live. So as Bart is first. So Bart is first anyway. So here's the list. So yes, Stacey, a few little updates for Ko-Fi. Don't forget there's spooky readings and downloads for members. And tarot and oracle decks that you can download too, and you can print off if you want to, or use them on the computer, or use them on your phone, whatever you want to do. Right, Bart, how's your divination journey so far? Right. Sorry, guys, I was just drinking my coffee at the same time as we were talking. My rude coffee. It's so rude not to drink it. And I know I say that all the time. Right, so we are ready to party. Sorry, I'm just in a party mood. Shows I've had some good sleep. It's now 7 minutes past 10. Right, let me put this coffee up on the bench so I don't knock it. I do not want to knock it. Yep. Okay, so let's get stuck into this. Let's look at Bart's question. And so we want Bart, Alicia, and Dr. Fizzer. Now, I do have Dr. Fizzer's question there somewhere, which I will. So if anyone types any questions that make sure you've read the description box down below, you've read the disclaimer, you know what type of questions I will and won't answer. So, right, Bart, decent questions. Right, a $10 reading means that you get tarot and oracle. Okay, and this is kind of weird. Let me put my glasses on. I actually got Raincoast. But I didn't get I got the Raincoast Dreams as an oracle reading for you with the Raincoast Visions Tarot. Right, but what are we going to look at here in regards to your divination journey? So what do you need to know? So let's break it down. Let's break it down in regards to your spiritual divination journey. So let's have a look at the overall theme. Okay, overall theme of Bart's divination journey. Let's have a look at that. Oh, this one here was popping out here. Ooh, okay. Now I get 5 of Rods telling me that's been some challenges in regards to your overall. It does feel like there've been some challenges. Okay, but there has been some challenges to your journey on some level. So what's been hidden? Let's have a look at what's been hidden. Oh, maybe you felt like the success was hidden, like there wasn't that possibility. You felt challenged in some way. This definitely feels like there's some challenges to your journey in many ways. Okay, so what else does Bart need to know about his divination journey overall? Oh, okay. Okay, I just got told to just do 2, 4, 6. Okay, so what oracle card? Okay, but let's have a look. So we know there's been some challenges to try and find that success. It's like you've wanted to know that success. Okay, so tell us with a Page of Coins that there's been a lot for you to learn. So overall, it feels like your journey has been challenging. There's been a lot to learn and a lot to discover about it all. And so you've been learning about, I get a sense of not rushing, trying to find a sense of balance, a sense of moderation with your learning, trying not to sort of rush things ahead. That's been quite a challenge for you in regards to learning it. So you know there's been a lot to learn in regards to your divination. It's been quite challenging. And you've been learning about being calm, being relaxed, and being sort of having that sense of serenity or tranquility within your learning. That's been super important for you. Next 2 cards we're looking at here. Okay, there's been at times when you've felt like you've been a little bit, there are some restrictions to your time. I feel like when I got restrictions here, I got restrictions to do with timing. Okay, but I felt like there were some restrictions to do in regards to timing here. And so you had to learn very much about trusting your intuition, about being compassionate, trust your feelings. But I think there's been a lot about just trusting your feelings, because there's been at times when things have been a little bit restrictive for you. You felt like you've been limited in what you can do or what you can achieve. So here we've got, okay, there's been a lot of choices that you've had to make. You know, there's been, with the Seven of Cups, there's been a lot of choices, a lot of things that you need to look at, what paths you're taking within your divination journey. So it does feel like there's been a lot of stuff going on. You've had to be very careful, make wise choices in regards to the paths that you've been taken. And it's taken its time with the Knight of Coins. It's been a very slow journey. It's not something that you're, yep, your left brain, but you need to use your intuition. Yeah. So it's been a very long journey. It's not something that's rushed. It's been a very long journey through. So let's look at the results. So, interesting. There's been a lot of growth. Okay, Bart, and you're a real inspiration to many people. Okay, you're a real inspiration. I get that with the Ace of Rods. I get that sense of inspirational beginnings. I feel like you've been a real inspiration. And I feel like you're a person that has a lot of truth in your readings, of course. Your fear, I definitely feel like you are someone who's got a lot of you've learned a lot of equilibrium. So I do feel like you've got a real inspiration for people. I do feel like you're very good at like speaking your truth. Speaking your truth with your readings has been really important here. Making sure that, there's been a real breakthrough. There's been a real, a lot of good positive energy coming through with the Ace of Rods here. Okay, so let's have a look at the Oracle cards. Okay, feels like a Zen's master life is one continuous mistake. So it feels like you've learned from your mistakes here. You've learned from your mistakes and you've got on with learning. Yeah, you're very known. That's why I said you're inspirational, because you're well known. That's right. Okay, no snowflake ever falls in the wrong place. So it feels like you've been in the right direction. You've moved in the right direction. You've done all the right stuff. It feels like you're definitely, you're where you're supposed to be. You're where you're supposed to be in regards to your divination journey. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. So I feel like you need to have a little bit of desire to be able to move forward. Okay, you need to have a little bit of desire for you to expand your knowledge, to move forward, to keep going on your journey. Okay, but there are times when you need to stop, take your time, sort of remove that desire for a moment just to be still as well. I get that sense of trying to find a sense of balance there. Again, you get the equilibrium. So there you go, Bart. So yeah. So yes, there's been some challenges. There's been a lot to learn. It's been a long journey, but you're a true inspiration when you look at that overall as a very quick summary there. So yeah, there's been some real challenges. There's been some hard times, but you've got through them and you've moved through and you've developed a really good knowledge base within your divination. So hopefully that helped. But so there you go. Hope you enjoyed your expanded reading. So yeah, that's what a VIP status reading would normally be. So yeah, it does feel like you're moving really, really well. Okay. You're welcome. So it really looks at what your challenges were, that there was some challenges in the past, but you've got through that. So yeah, really, really positive energy. So you've taken some hard work though. It's taken some hard work to get there. Okay, so we've got this list. And we've got the free list is actually closed. Well, wow. Okay, so any donations are still available. So don't forget, if you want a reading like Bart just had, you can donate through Ko-Fi. Okay, so here we have Dr. Fizz's readings, which I've already got. I've got Dr. Fizz's question. Unless they are not here. Oh, yep. Okay. That's a very yes and no question. Okay, so have you Dr. Fizzer, that's a yes and no question. So I hope you read the description box down below and what a yes and no question will entail. Because when you ask a yes and no question, if you've read the description box down below, we're going to use angel answers. Okay, when you ask a question that starts with yes or no. Okay, Melanie. No worries, I'll be here for a while. Okay, Dr. Fizzer, you've asked for a yes and no question, so you're going to get an angel answers. So make sure you've read the description box down below, guys, if you're new here and you want to know what type of questions I answer and how I'll answer them. Yeah, I haven't done Ashley yet. Yep, cool. No, I haven't. Oh, I did too. Sorry, I did. I was. That's all right. I'll do Ashley's in a second. I'll do this quick yes and no, because I can focus a bit more on that one. It's all right. Sometimes that happens. I'm away with the fairies. Sorry, Ashley. I will do your reading. Look, sometimes it happens. I'm not always in order. You'll have to excuse me. Yeah, not always in order, but you'll always get your reading. Then I can focus. Okay, do I know your future? Do you know your future spouse? Let's have a look. Yep, you do. Very romantic. Seems to be a lot of romance going on. So yes, you know your future spouse, and it is very romantic. So there does seem to be some sort of romance going on with that relationship. So I think that's why I needed to do that very quickly. Right, Ashley, now I can focus on you. General. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I will skip around. I will do that. I think it just whatever comes into my head. I just sort of follow spirit. Right, Ashley. General. Right, so questions. You wonder... Alexandra. So... yeah, you wonder and Alexandra and Janet. Right, General. What am I looking at here? Meraki Tarot. Okay, it's just taking a second here. Okay. Ashley, what does Ashley need to know right now? What's important for Ashley? One, two, and I actually got the bottom card as sort of like screaming at me. So I'm grabbing the card that's at the bottom as well. So the first two cards, let's have a look. Okay, important. We need to look below, you need to look below the surface. Feels like it's very important for you to look below, beyond the illusion, beyond what you see in front of you. It's time to sort of dive a little bit deeper and look at what's your focus, what's your yes, it's very much talking about what's your focus. It's time to look below the surface. It's time to sort of dive a little bit deeper and find out what your focus is at this time. What are you really, what's your real focus at this time is just what I keep getting. You know, what are you actually seeing on the surface? I think you need to look a little bit to the, below that surface to find out, I feel a lot about soul searching, a lot about diving a little bit deeper from within to be able to really, I think, express yourself. I think there's a thing about expressing yourself in some way. Okay. There's going to be a lot. So I think there's a lot of inner conflict here. When I'm talking about conflict, I think there's a lot of conflict within oneself. Ashley, I feel like you're fighting with yourself in some way. There's a sense of I'm getting this sort of yo-yoing of the mind, like the mind's yo-yoing. Like there's a sense of, you know, a little bit of indecisiveness about the direction that you're going in, and it's all about that focus. I feel like you just need to sort of really look at what's important to your journey emotionally. There are some things in life that we cannot control, and there's other things that we can. So it's important to focus on the things that you can do to be able to find that sense of inner peace, because at the moment it does seem to be this strong sort of, I'm getting a lot of conflict within yourself. It does feel like there's a lot of challenges within yourself, and you get that having to look below the surface, being able to use your skills and your abilities. I do feel like you have the abilities to manifest what you want in life, but sometimes your mind sort of challenges that in some way. There does seem to be some sort of, or your emotions sort of might get the better of you in some case, and so that sort of affects your energy, Ashley. Or you've got expressing yourself, being able to sort of say how you feel. Okay, Ashley, have you tried doing some throat chakra meditations or meditation music on YouTube? That could be very, very important for you, Ashley, to do some throat meditations or energy work, or with Reiki or crystal Reiki or any other sort of energy work that might help you deal with, with your throat chakra. So yeah, working with, yeah. No, see, it's too much. You need to just focus on your throat. You need to do one chakra at a time. Ashley, what it's doing is it's not really, when you're doing all 7 chakras at once, it's not able to focus exactly on what you want in regards to your throat chakra. Just do one, just pull out one crystal for your throat. Ms. Rick, if you go through Ko-Fi, you don't have to have PayPal. You can go through Stripe as well. There are other alternatives. You don't have to go through PayPal. There's also Stripe. Okay, Stripe does your credit cards. So, Ashley, yeah, you need to focus on your throat chakra. You need to do that blue. Do that sort of turquoisey blue or pale blue. Blue lace agate or turquoise or something like that for your throat. You need to focus on your throat chakra. Okay. Okay, when you go through Ko-Fi, you do have options. They are not just PayPal. There is also Stripe as well, and Stripe does the credit cards. Right, continuing. Ye Wonder, a general. Then I've got Alexandra and Janet. You're welcome, Ashley. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, try some, Ashley, try some videos as well, YouTube videos in regards to the throat chakra. Just focus on your throat chakra at the moment. Do one chakra at a time. Do one chakra, and once you've got all your chakra, once you've done one chakra at a time, once you've done that you need to do, then you can use the 7 chakra balance to keep you balanced. But you must do one chakra at a time to start with. Right, so here we go. Let's have a look. Ye Wonder, a general. So I just have to move the deck. Got moon and stars. Oh. Okay, you wonder. What have I got for you? The first card I had was 9 of Pentacles. So it tells me you've got some gains coming up. You've got some attainments. It feels like something's being achieved. You've got that possibility. It's also about taking a sense of comfort within yourself. Maybe taking some time out for you is going to be quite important. Maybe a little bit of pampering, self-care energy. With the 9 of Pentacles, it's all about that sense of self-care as well, is super, super important here. Because it's all about moving forward on your journey, making sure you're thinking about where you're going and what you're doing. So taking care of yourself is going to be super important. It's going to allow you to have that sense of clarity and being able to sort of have that success that you actually want to do if you can focus on what you want to do for you. So I think you wonder what's really important for you right now is to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay, super important here. Take care of yourself. Decide in which direction you actually want to move, then move. Make a very clear decision about the direction you want to go in so that you can gain what you need in your life. So you can have the success that you want, that sense of achievement in many ways. Being able to sort of take a moment to sort of breathe and sort of just, take care of oneself is super important here. Being able to focus on the direction that you actually want to go and then take that action. Super important for you to have the success you want. You do have to take the action. You do have to move forward. You can't sort of just keep procrastinating. Okay, it's important that you sort of take that action to keep moving forward. You wonder, super important right now. So definitely take care of oneself. Number one rule is taking care with the Nine of Pentacles. Is that sense of pampering, a little bit of luxuries. Good, but it's going to give you that gain that you need physically. Okay, it's going to physically allow you to feel like you've achieved something. And with that, once you've sort of taken care of yourself, focusing on the direction you actually want to go and then moving forward is going to be super important for you, taking that action. So that's what you got to think about, you wonder there. And Ms. Rack, if you check out my links down below, you can see the links to my blog. And if it's got the YouTube live there, that's also got options with Stripe that you can do. So there's lots of ways to pay a deposit. Just got to let me know if you do donate. You're welcome, you wonder. Okay, so I've got Alexandra, which was also a general. And we're waiting for Janet's question. Janet, Jennifer, and Felicia. Janet, Jennifer, and Felicia. Okay, Alexandra, let's have a look. What am I going to do for you? Actually, I got Field Tarot staring at me here. Let's do the Field Tarot. Alexandra. Whoa! As soon as I said your name, Alexandra, these two cards flew out. Okay, we've got Eight of Discs. Eight of Discs is about this focus, this determination to achieve what you want to complete. It feels like you're completing tasks. You've got this dedication to where you need to be. Super important. Now, you just need to be very careful about when you're focusing on these tasks that need to be finished. What are you actually thinking about? Really important to think about this. I do feel like there could be a little bit of things not going quite the way you expect them to be. Alexandra, you do need to be very aware of your focus, your the closure in a way. I don't feel like it's going to close the way you expect it to be. You're not going to have the closure that you're expecting in the situation. So I do feel like there is a sense of, I want to say, resignation in a way, a sense of acceptance that things may not quite go the way that you're expecting them to in regards to this situation. So yeah, I do feel like there's a need to just sort of take a minute to sort of breathe for a second and think about what you're actually focusing on, what you're actually doing. So you've got the Five of Cups again. This card seems to be stalking us a little bit today in regards to the focus. But I'm getting a sense of things not going quite the way you're expecting them to in regards to the closure. So but it doesn't mean that it's not good. You know, just because there are some things that don't quite go the way you're expecting them. it doesn't mean that it's not good or it's not positive. There is a sort of a sense of there's something better waiting for you. So when, even with this closure, that things aren't quite the way you expect them to be, it doesn't mean it's a negative aspect. It's just not going the way you're expecting it, but it could mean that there's something better waiting for you, Alexandra, is what I'm getting here. I'm getting like something's better waiting for you, even though you might feel a little disappointed, feeling like things are not quite going the way you're expecting them to in regards to the decision. And so you have that sense of that I just get the sense of acceptance that things are not quite going the way you're expecting them to, but you've got this sense of, hey, wait a minute, something better's waiting around the corner for me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so I get that feeling, Alexandra, that things might not be quite the way you're expecting them to, but there's something better waiting for you. Okay, there's something better waiting for you around the corner. So keep moving forward. Okay, so I haven't got Janet's question, have I? So I've got Jennifer's there. So I'm going to do Jennifer's. If I haven't got Janet's question, I'll do Jennifer's. And then when Janet comes through, I'll do Jennifer's and Felicia. And then when Janet types in her question, I'll do that. Oh, okay. What do you need to know regarding work? Regarding work. Okay, I got the rider. This was given to me as a gift from a very special angel. Right, what do you need to know? Oh, this card here. Okay, these two. What do you need to know regarding work? Ooh, okay. It's interesting because we got the 10 of wands. 10 of wands is that sense of pushing through the challenges. Feels like there might be some stuff that's weighing heavily on you. I'm sorry, this card's a bit dark. Let me just turn on the light. Is that better? We can now see the card. Okay, so there is this sense, Jennifer, that there are it's hard work. Okay, there is some work coming, but it does feel like there's some hard work in applying for the jobs. Okay, there's a real commitment needed. Things about pushing through the challenges of applying for the jobs. Now, it's interesting because I got King of Cups. And with King of Cups, I get the sense of dipping your toe in. Okay, it feels like you've got this dream, you've got this idea about a job, but it doesn't seem to be coming to fruition. I just feel like you've got to push through it, like it's coming its way. And it's the sense with the King of Cups. King of Cups is kings are a lot about thoughts. Okay, there's this idea. I feel like there's this idea about the job you want. And I think you've got quite an emotional connection to it in some way. You've got this dreaming big sort of energy, but you're sort of not quite fully, I want to say fully, fully into it. You're not fully, oh God, I can't get that words. It's just like it's not coming. I know what I want to say. But I do feel like you've got to push through it. I do feel like there's a job waiting for you. I do feel like you just got to push through this challenges. Yes, it's weighing heavily on you. And it does feel like with the King of Cups that you just sort of got to fully embrace the job that you want to go for. Like, have you done a research about the job? Have you looked at what the qualifications are? Have you done your, with making sure you've updated your CV? It just feels like you need to Jennifer, it just feels like, yes, there's some challenges. Yes, it's weighing heavily on you. It just feels like you've got to push through it and you're going to get your dream job. But I do get that sense of not quite fully embracing, and maybe the company see that you're not fully embracing the position of what the job entails. And so I get that sense of, I still feel like there's some stuff that you might need to do to embrace the job. You might need to sort of find out a little bit about the history of the company, do your research before you sort of get in there, is what I'm getting here, Jennifer. Is that sense of, yes, it's challenging, yes, you're pushing through it, but I do feel like there's a job waiting for you. You just got to go, I think you just got to do the research, you've got to find out about the job, you've got to sort of show that you're really interested in the job. I do get the sense of you needing to feel like you need to show that you're really interested in it, that you really want to grab this job, you really want to, don't let your emotions get the better of you in some way, but just also get the sense of, yeah, I'm getting a lot about just doing the research of the job's really important, doing the research of the company, finding out a little bit about the company, feeling like you've got to show that you know about the company and the job and the different positions that you could work through, the different layers of the job, starting from the beginning. Show that you're willing to, but yeah, I'm getting a lot about, yes, it's a challenge, yes, you'll push through it, yes, you'll get, I do feel like you've got a job coming, but you've got to really sort of show that you're connected to the job. Okay, you've applied so many jobs, and I just feel like you just got to push through it, and it will happen, but I do feel like you need to sort of embrace the company, do the research. Right, so there's no Janet. Janet hasn't typed in, so I'll do Felicia's. You're welcome, Jennifer. You're welcome. Okay, Felicia, you've asked a yes or no question. When you ask a yes or no question, I hope you've read the description box below. Yeah, cool. So the yes and no questions are going to be with the angels. Yeah, cool. No worries. I just want to make sure that you realize that I do the angel answers with the yes and no questions. Okay, will I successfully pass the test? Yep. What else does the angels have to say about that situation? Now, this is kind of weird. You're talking about your test, right? And I get the words romance. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is an interesting message because I'm not getting it as like you're having a romance or anything like that. What I'm getting is with the romance card in regards to your test. Okay, so yes, you will pass, right? But you have to sort of focus on it. Okay, you have to sort of romance your study, if you like. You have to sort of spend time with the study so that you can continue to pass your test. You have to sort of have the feelings the romantic feelings, if you like, or the love towards your test is what I'm sort of getting energy. Okay, so I do feel like you've got to really sort of feel the energy, feel the love for your test in a way. So you really got to go with an open heart, like being romantic, and that's like an open heart, right? So you got to go in with an open heart to your thing. Yep. Cool. Brilliant. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So there's no Janet hasn't typed in her question yet. So did Janet type in anything or just a hello when she came in? Let me have a look. Let me scuzzy back. Oh, she did type in her question. I have got Janet's question there, which I could do. Okay, I have got Janet's question, so I can type it. So I can do a very quick one here. Okay, it's a very quick question, so I can do Janet's question. I'll just do it quickly, and then as it's a yes and no. The yes and no questions can be quick. Right. Will Jadina and I be together in love? Janet, okay. No. Okay, there's seems to be some sort of challenges, or no, you won't be together in love. What's the message there? Because I don't think anyone's sort of taking the lead, is what I'm getting here, Janet. It's because nobody's actually taking the lead in regards to the situation. I think that's why things won't happen until someone actually takes the lead and takes control and be a little bit assertive in the situation. I'm not saying be aggressive, but actually take the lead a little bit and sort of communicate. I think there's a lack of communication in some way. I don't think you realize that you're on the same page. I do feel like you need to sort of say how you feel. And I think that's where we're getting this. That's why until someone makes the change that's needed to, if you just keep going the way things are going, no, nothing's going to happen. Until someone actually takes the lead and actually makes the change, and then things will make the changes that they need to do. I think you need to sort of say how you feel. You need to be a little bit assertive. You need to sort of show that you really are in love with them, whatever. So, Janet, I think it's quite important to say that at this stage, because nobody's taking the lead, no one's being assertive, the answer is no. Things are not going to quite work out until someone actually takes the lead and decides that that's what they want to do. Okay, so let's focus next on. Right, Diamond Girl and Caitlin. Right, so Diamond Girl, did I see your question? What's coming towards you in love? Hey, Egyptian Famous, you're added to the list. Yep, cool, thank you. Mods, yeah. Cooly. Brilliant. And so hi, Egyptian Famous. So the free list is actually closed, except for the mods, of course, and the Ko-Fi family members. But there are donations. So how long have I been on? I've got 3 minutes, and so that's cool. But you can go through Ko-Fi or check out the links down below. Check out the links down below. Right, Diamond Girl. Let me have a look here. Okay, so just give me a second. Right, so I've got Diamond Girl, then Caitlin, Stacey, Shirley, Melanie, and Egyptian Famous, and then it is anyone who donates. So I've got 3 more minutes and I'm going to put up the ending soon, but donations can still happen. Let me put that now while I think about it, otherwise I'll forget. So I'm wrapping up the free list. I'm wrapping up the free list now, but donations, which can just make sure you read the instructions down below. You'll see all the links, everything like that, or check the pinned link. So Diamond Girl, what's coming towards you in love? Let's have a look. Let's use the romantic tarot as we're talking about what's coming towards you in love. Let's have a look. What is Diamond Girl? Oh! Okay, so what have you got? Okay. 3 of Wands tells us to take a pause for a minute. Take a breath, Diamond Girl. Take a breath for a minute and think about what you've achieved so far with relationships and things like that. And then think about what your goals are in regards to relationships. Okay, in regards to the intimacy type of relationships that you want. What do you want in love? That's really important here. Now we've got 4 of Swords. Again, we get that sense of taking a breath. 4 of Swords to me is very much about taking a breath. So that sense of pausing. Okay. So it feels like it's really important for you to think about what do you really want in regards to your goals. What are your goals in regards to relationships? So this is very important with the 4 of Swords. I get that sense of just taking a moment to pause within the relationships that you've got or relationships you've had in the past. I'm getting a lot about just thinking about things right now. Okay, Diamond Girl, I do feel like there's a lot of moments just to pause and decide what you want in love. What do you want to bring into your love? What do you want? What are your goals in regards to the relationship? It's really sort of saying, don't rush into anything. Slow down a little bit. Slow down, Diamond Girl. Just take a breath for a second. With the 4 of Swords, it's very much sort of taking a breath for a second and just sort of reflecting on the past, contemplating the future. There is a lot of that at the moment in regards to relationships, in regards to love. It's very much about this pause for a minute to reflect and contemplate. And it's interesting with the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords, both have that sort of slow down energy. You know, you don't have to always be in a hurry. You know, look at what you've achieved. Look at where look at what's been happening and where you're going. What do you want to bring into your relationship? What's your goal? So, yeah, it's just sort of saying slow down a little bit. Don't be in a hurry. I think there's a lot of things that you need to contemplate, you need to think about a relationship before anything else comes into play. At the moment, these are the energies at this time. Okay, so this is just sort of saying, just for a moment, just breathe for a second. And then things will start to happen in whatever's going on. Okay, so at the moment, I'm wrapping up all the free ones that are on the list. Okay, because I've already been on for an hour. And I'm not doing what I did the other day on Friday. That was far too long. So I'm just going to wrap up what we've got here. And then if any donations come in, I'll do those as well. Otherwise, these people on the free list are waiting forever. But I will do the donations. Right. So let me see. Where am I at? Caitlin, you're next. Okay. So this is a very big one here for you. Okay. So there's a lot going on here for you. So what will happen if you take their advice? Okay, so this is quite a big one. I'm actually going to use Moon Baby's one. So just take a breath for a second, Caitlin. Let's just take a nice deep breath. Okay, can you tell us about this conservator? What will happen for Caitlin? Tell us what will happen. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look, Caitlin. Okay, we get a Four of Swords. Okay, Four of Swords is a reminder, so take a breath for a second. There's a lot of thinking to be done about the whole situation. There's a lot of reflecting, a lot of thought needing to go on here. Okay, there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of thought needing to do. Okay, with this conservator, you got to think about what will be the potential. Now, when we're talking about potential, is it potential good or is it potential harm to the situation? Let's give us a little bit more information. Okay, Page of Swords. Okay, what it's going to do, the conservator coming through, is maybe getting you to face some facts. Maybe you need to face some facts in regards to the situation. There might be some ideas or plans or thoughts or ideas that need to be faced. So the potential of it is for you to be able to sort of face what's going on in your journey, in your life. Okay, Caitlin? So there might be some things that you might need to look at. Interesting. Nine of Pentacles tells us it's going to be a gain. So what will happen if you take their advice? Okay, so it does feel like it's going to give you that chance to sort of breathe a little bit, maybe take a moment to sort of think about things, reflect on things, contemplate what your potential is. Okay, so it is going to give you the potential to maybe face maybe it's time for you to sort of face some stuff that's going on for you. And it does give you a gain. It's interesting because the nine of Pentacles is about an attainment. about control. It does feel like it's going to be about, but it is going to give you that sense of facing the truth about what's going on for you. Yeah, well, that's what's going to, yeah, well, that's what a conservator does. It doesn't give you the control. I think you do lose that sense of control. But there might be a situation that you might need some help, or you need some guidance. Maybe you need to, yeah. Okay, Caitlin, it is going to be difficult. There is a lot of things that you need to think about. Okay, there are a lot of things that you need to reflect on, contemplate. You do need to look at the potential of what's going to happen. With Page of Swords is very much about facing the truth or acknowledging the truth, and maybe the sense of, yeah, they don't actually necessarily need. Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of it, Caitlin, but I'm just saying what the cards are saying. These are some things that you need to think about. You need to decide for yourself what you're going to do. Okay, you're going to need to decide for yourself. So you've got to decide. You've got to look at the truth, the facts of the situation that's going on at the moment for you. What are your options, basically? What's your potential? What's the gain? What's the, yeah, I just keep getting the words attainment, the gain of the situation here with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is very much about attainment. So you're asked, what will happen if you take their advice? You're going to be asked to face the truth of the situation, face the facts of what's actually going on. Yeah, don't share too much information online, Caitlin. Just sort of don't share too much here. Well, you asked again for you. You just say you asked, what will happen if I take their advice? There will be a gain. This is about you. There will be an attainment for you. There will be a sense of, there will be some benefits to this. It does talk about a benefit to you. There will be a benefit. But there are some things that you need to face in regards to the situation. That's all. I'm just reading the cards, Caitlin. It does talk about here you've got Four of Swords. Four of Swords is sort of taking a moment to pause, to reflect, to contemplate. So you've got to contemplate the potential, the truth, and the benefits that you're going to get. Okay? So you've got to think about the benefits. You've got to weigh up the pros and cons, is what I'm getting here. You've got to weigh up the pros and cons of the situation. You've got to write down, okay, you need to do a list of your pros and list of your cons. So what will be the benefit of what's going to happen? What's the potential that can happen? What's the truth of what's going on? You need to write them down quietly for yourself and decide for yourself what you need to do. Okay, so basically here you're asking, what is the benefit for me to do this? That's what you're being asked to do. Got to think about the benefit. Hi, Sage. Okay. So, yeah, just some things to think about, Caitlin. You've got to decide for yourself. No one else can really tell you what you should or shouldn't do. It's totally up to you. Okay? There may be some benefits to it, but you've got to decide that for yourself. It's whatever you feel is best for you. Okay, so let's have a look next. Oh, Stacey. So who have I missed? Nobody, right? Stacey. Finances. Okay, tarot decorative. Okay, Shirley, Melanie, an Egyptian famous, and do I have Sage? Oh, I thought I had you as jeepers, I forgot to do that. I thought I had you as, yeah, no, I thought I had Sage as a mod. That was my problem. No, I thought Sage K was a mod. I thought I'd done it, but I hadn't. What do my finances look for like in September? I've got no idea what cards I'm pulling out. Right. Okay. Stacey, what have we got? First card we have is the High Priestess. So I do feel like there's a lot of stuff that's still hidden in regards to September. I think there's a lot of stuff that's still hidden in regards to September. I do feel like there's some things that are not being quite completed in September in regards to your finances. There's some things that are not quite finished or dealt with. I think there's some bills that might need to be dealt with in regards to September. Could be quite important here. And so there's a lot of things to think about money-wise, financial. I think there's a lot of budgeting needing to be done, a lot of things to be thinking about with in regards to September, Stacey. So I do feel like it's a lot of unknown energy coming in for September. Does feel like there's some things that need to be completed. There are some things that need to be dealt with in September to be complete. And there's a lot of things to analyze, to think about in regards to your finances. Okay, so that's super important. I need to start wrapping up the list for the mods and the Ko-Fi family, and then the free list. Okay, so Stacey, I do feel like it's a very unknown overall for September. There are some bills or some things that need to be complete, that do need to be finished, and needs to be a lot of thinking. You're welcome. Okay, make sure you've read the description box down below before you type your question in. Make sure you've looked at what I will and will not answer. Look at when you ask a yes and no question, that you will get the Angel Answers Oracle, not a tarot card reading. You're welcome, Stacey. You're welcome. Make sure you check out my Ko-Fi for my spooky season readings too. Right. Let's have a look. Yep, add Sage. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I'd add Sage last time, but I must have forgotten. Right. So Melanie's next. Oh, Shirley. Did I forgot to add Shirley? Where's Shirley's question? I'm just trying to wrap up Sorry, it's just that I've been on for over an hour, guys, so I need to start thinking about wrapping up the readings. But if there's any donations come in, don't forget to check out the Ko-Fi for the spooky season readings. Okay, so if I miss Shirley, for some reason I feel like I've missed Shirley. And I'm just waiting for Shirley's question. I just saw a thanks for adding me, but I don't think I've actually got a question. Sorry, I'm just trying to take a breath for a second. It's feeling quite a little bit scattered. Just give me a second here. Let me light another incense. Yeah, I haven't got Shirley's question. If I don't have the questions, I can't answer them. So then I will just go on to the next person, because I can't sit around and wait and wait and wait. So if you don't type your questions when you're asked, got a very strong reason to open up this white sage incense. Just got to do this. I need to cleanse some energy, so I'm just going to use, I've got a smudge stick, a smudge there too, but I just need to clear for a second. Right. Yep. That's all right, Melanie. I will do, look, questions come in. If people aren't typing their question and I can't sit around and wait, people come and go for certain reasons. Maybe they got a phone call, or, something happened, or their internet disconnected, or something like that. So if they haven't typed in a question, I'll just skip to the next person. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Whew, that's a bit hot. Right, just clearing the energy at the moment. I'm just doing a big white sage cleanse. Right, okay. So, yeah, Melanie, when people don't type in their question and then I just go to the next person, and so that's why I may not always be in order, guys, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for people to type in their questions. Otherwise, I'm going to be here forever, and I'm not going to have time to do that today. I really need to sort of take a breath. Oh, that's cool, Jackie. That's cool. Right, you asked will you marry? So you asked a yes or no question again. So remember, when you ask a yes or no question, you get angel answers. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a real think about this. Will you marry the person, Aubrey? Will you marry Aubrey? Okay, will you marry Aubrey? Will Melanie marry Aubrey? There is a possibility. It was interesting. I was not expecting that one. Okay, yes, there is a possibility that you could marry Aubrey. But it's really up to you guys. It's up to you both. It's up to you. Okay? Okay, so yes, at this stage, with the energy that's going on, there is a possibility that you could get married, but totally up to you to decide whether it's the right thing for you. Okay? It's up to you both. So, yeah, Melanie, there is a possibility that you guys will get married, but totally up to you. Right, next. Okay, Brittany, hello. You're welcome, Melanie. You're welcome. Right, next. Okay, so the last few people were Shirley, Egyptian famous, which is, and she might be working. Egyptian famous. So Sage K, type in your question, and Jackie. And then I'm ending soon. So if there's any donations, no donations, we've got 7 minutes. 7 minutes. If anyone wants a donation reading, I've got 7 minutes if they want a little bit more information, anything like that. Okay, 7 more minutes, Caitlin, and then I'm closing up completely. After that, there'll be no more readings. I've just had one of those days where I just need a bit of a... No, Jackie, I don't mind doing a quick question for you if you've got a quick question. Every mod's added. Every mod is added, and everyone from the Ko-Fi family. So, this is the list. So 7 minutes, last call for donations. Thanks, Caitlin. Muchly appreciated. So Shirley, Egyptian famous, which may be in and out. She may be working. It's normal, so that's cool. So we've got Sage, because I don't want to be here for too long, because I'm just feeling a bit getting the end of my time today. Okay, last round of... So am I still here? Yep, I'm still here, still connected. So why did it tell me that there was trouble? Oh, thanks, Jackie. Muchly appreciated. Muchly appreciated. Right. Were my last round of contact revocations successful? Okay, so I'm going to do your yes and no. And then, because you asked, were your last round of contact, so you asked a yes and no question. Shirley, have you read the description box down below in regards to intruding into somebody else's thoughts and ideas and actions? Yeah, it is. Contract. Oh, contract. With my last round of contract revocations successful. Okay, I'll rethink your question slightly, Shirley, because you're intruding into someone else's thoughts and intentions. Right. Sage, were your last round of contract revocations successful. And this card here is popping out, whatever it is. Oh, it seems like there's some challenges to the situation. Ouch. Okay, make sure you read the description box. I won't intrude into somebody else's thoughts and ideas, but I can change the question slightly. But if you just want to read the description box down below, Shirley, and you may not be able to rethink your question slightly. Okay, it's just because of the way that my guides work in regards to the readings. Yeah, if you can, Shirley, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, Sage. Okay, interesting, because it says like there's some challenges. It says unlikely successful. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a look-see here in regards to the angels. Okay, we're my last round, so let's have a look. So Shirley, I'll reword it slightly. Right. Oops. That's what it was. Okay, Sage. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? So it feels like it's not going to be quite as successful as you think. It does feel like there are some challenges to the situation, but I wanted to get a bit more information about that. Okay. I don't know if your skills were recognized. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles ups reversed. Okay, so I'm not sure if your skills were recognized, Sage. I don't know if they recognized your skills and abilities. I think that was where it is there. And it was interesting because I got King of Swords reversed as well. I don't think they did a lot of thinking about the situation. I don't think they recognized your skills and your abilities. I don't think they did a lot of thought about it at the moment. Okay, I don't feel like they've got this thing. And so we've got this sense of you had the enthusiasm and the drive. But maybe the sensitivity with the Page of Cups, that sense of being sensitive, being a fish out of water. Maybe they felt like you were a fish out of water in the situation. I don't think they recognized your skills and abilities. I think that's the problem there, is I don't think they recognized your abilities, what you could offer the company. Okay, Sage. So, yeah, I think there was a thing. I think why it feels like it's going to be unlikely that it was successful is because I don't think they recognize your true abilities. They don't recognize what benefits you would bring to the company. They haven't really thought about it clearly. There's somebody there in the interview. Okay, so it feels as though they didn't really think about what you could offer the company, the benefits that you would have. And so it leaves you with a bit of a sense of sensitivity, a sense of feeling like you're out of alignment. Oh, pre-incarnation contract? Oh. Oh, pre-incarnation. Okay. Okay. So, oh, okay, what you mean. Okay, so if you're saying if it's a pre-incarnation contract, oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay, so it's not quite successful as yet. Okay, your skills and abilities not being recognized. I do feel like you haven't finished, or maybe you haven't finished your tasks. Maybe you haven't quite finished what you needed to finish. If you look at it that way. Sorry, I misunderstood your question. Contract revocations. Okay, so yeah, I misunderstood your question. Incarnation. Yeah, if you said incarnation contracts, I would have understood what you said. Okay, so if we're looking at that, it feels like you haven't quite finished what you needed to finish. Basically, you haven't quite completed all the tasks that need to be completed. Okay. So if you look at it like that, it feels okay. So that makes a bit more sense. Then it does feel as though you haven't quite finished all the tasks that you need to finish. You haven't done everything you need to do yet. So there's still some stuff that you need to work on in regards to getting into alignment, in regards to getting the experience that you need. Okay, you've got the drive, you've got the motivation, but you haven't got the experience that you need in regards to your incarnation contract. Okay, so that makes sense now. Okay, so get that. Okay, so when you look at these cards in that context, you're looking at that you haven't quite finished what you need. With the Three of Pentacles, you haven't finished what you need. There's still a lot of thought that needs to be put into the process. Okay, there's still some things, some ideas or some plans that still need to be worked through. Okay, maybe some plans or ideas that still need to be worked through in regards to the situation. So your skills and abilities haven't quite finished the tasks at hand, haven't been quite finished, haven't been created, haven't been manifested yet. Your skills, your abilities, something hasn't quite manifested yet fully. Well, that's kind of weird. I got my eye. Something quite not being seen. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at you haven't quite finished what you need to do yet. There's still some things that need to be done. Okay. Sorry, that was me misunderstanding the actual context of the question, so needing to get that context correctly is important. There's still some things that need to be done. That's why we're getting unlikely with that question. That's why we got unlikely, because there's still some stuff that needs to be completed, that needs to manifest. That's why I need to focus. Right. So Shirley, let's have a look at your question. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Okay, Shirley, let's see if we can get this question answered for you in some way. Let me just read what you actually read, and then I will. Okay, let's have a look at what your question was. Right, last reading, isn't it? So Egyptian famous Jackie didn't want to worry. She's just popped in to say hello. She knows she can get a reading from me anytime. Anyway, I can do a reading for her in DM at any time, so it's no big deal. Right. No, last one. At the end now. I'm not doing any more readings after Shirley. I think that's the end of it. Egyptian Famous I'll do next time she pops in. She can come in at any time. She can message me at any time anyway. She knows that. Yeah, I'm just doing the end of my readings now. This is it, finished. I'm wrapping up. No, Lamia, I only do 10 readings. Lamia, I only do 10 non-mod readings, and then I will add any mods that come in, and I will do readings for Ko-Fi family. And the reason why I do for those two, I do the mods, is because they support my channel regularly. Okay, they're here all the time. And also because the Ko-Fi family are those that support me donation-wise each month. Okay. Jackie's still going to let us know about the weekend. She hasn't decided just yet. She is going to let me know. You and I can definitely do Saturday, Caitlin, but Jackie will let us know how she feels. She's got a lot of stuff going on, haven't you, Jackie, at the moment? So, without going into any details or anything. So if anyone wants to donate, fine. Oh, Indigo Jaguar wants to be okay. Well, I'll have to talk to Indigo Jaguar then. I'll have to find out. Okay, let me have a look. Let's have a look. No, best way to message. The best way is because you want to know about the relationship, right? What was your original question? I just lost it now. I should have read that properly. Let me look at your first original question. Let me read this properly. Can you please tell me what the person on my mind current feeling? So you want to know about your connection. The best question, Shirley. Yeah. Your name's okay. Okay, Caitlin, I'll think about that later. But right now, let's look at Shirley's question. Okay, so your thing is, what do you need to know in regards to your connection? You want to know what the foundation of your connection is. What's the possibility? What do you need to know? Shirley, the best thing to ask is, what do I need to know about the connection with X? Okay, what's the connection? What's the foundation of the relationship? What's the connection? What lies ahead for this relationship? That sort of energy. Yeah? Does that sort of make a little bit more sense for you? It's all about the connection. It's all about what do I need to know in regards to the connection, what do I need to know in regards to the foundation of the relationship? What do I need? What lies ahead for the relationship? That sort of energy, yeah? Okay, so if we're going to do that, let's do, it's kind of interesting, because I thought it was going to be the ocean one, but I actually think it's the crystal power. Crystal deck. Oh, don't go knocking everything off now. Yeah. Does that sound better? Oh, good. Good. See, it's all about thinking about that question in a deeper level about what do you need to know in regards to the relationship, the connection. So let's have a look at this, Shirley. You're welcome, Shirley. You're welcome. Sometimes asking a question can be really hard when we are unsure about the best way to work with tarot. If we're not used to using tarot or working with tarot or oracle cards, it can be quite hard, or any sort of Lenormand or Kipper or Sibylla type cards as well. It's very hard to sort of get the right question. And that's why it's quite important to read my description box down below, my disclaimer. This is just for anyone that's coming in who's not used to it. Yeah. Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, so if you're not used to working with tarot, and that's why my blog tells you about what types of questions to ask, can give you a little bit more study. If you go check out my blog, you can find out a little bit more about tarot and how it can help you. So, and some ideas and my thoughts and things. So, yeah, you can go check out my blog as well. Go check out Ko-Fi. Can give you lots, little bits and pieces and things. So, what's the foundation of the relationship? What's the connection? And what lies ahead? Let's have a look at what we get here. Okay, a couple of cards are pulled out here. So, what have we got? First card we have is Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands is this dynamic, independent, but it also is a sense of nurturing the passion. Now, we're asking about this connection. Okay, so it's important that this connection is nurtured with passion. Okay, it's got that sexual energy. Okay, I'm not getting romance or anything like that. I'm getting a very sort of sexual energy. Okay, a very sort of dynamic, bold, very passionate, creative energy in this connection. Okay, I'm not getting gentle, soft. I'm getting a very passionate. Now, I don't know if that's coming from you or from him, but it just says this connection is very passionate, very creative energy. Now, we are getting the Eight of Cups. And this is interesting because you get the sense of accepting your situation without resistance. I think it's very much about being in the now with the relationship. It does feel like there is some passion, and I feel like that passion could be coming from you. And I think you just got to sort of take a step back for a minute. I get with the Eight of Cups, taking a sort of a step back a little bit and sort of taking a breath for a minute, emotionally taking a breath for a second in regards to the relationship. Okay, so yeah, it does feel like there is this sense of having a moment to just sort of take a breath for a second, take a minute to just sort of take a step back for a second, just take a breath. It does feel like there's a lot of passion. Now, I'm not talking romance here, okay? I'm talking passion as in sexual type of energy, and I don't know whether it's coming from you or from him, but it does feel like that's the foundation of that relationship. And so I think you need to take a sort of a step back for a second and take a breath for a second and have a look at the actual situation, have a look at the facts. You know, are you communicating? Is there communication? Is there, does he show you interest? So you need to take a step back, take a breath, and have a look at the facts of the situation is what I'm getting here. I think you need to look at the facts of what's actually going on. Ah, interesting. So that's that thing of you taking a break. I think you need to decide for yourself what you want to do. Okay. Okay. Well, it feels like you've walked away from the situation. That's where I get that sense of taking a breath. So because you've done that, that's a shame. That's a shame. Because sometimes with the loss of an animal and that being vulnerable, someone would stick around instead of communicating. Oh, okay, so you might have pushed that energy. It feels like you've walked away from the situation. Okay, so you need to decide what you need to reach out. Let's have a look, Shirley. I'm just going to have a look. I'm just going to do one more card here. Okay, what's Shirley's next action? Oh, okay. So, okay. What's Shirley's next action? Interesting. The Star. Okay. I'm getting here that with the Star, like, you need to let your emotion, like, you need to show your vulnerability, right? I think you need to, I'm getting that sense about showing your emotions. Yeah, you've pushed him away. So you've closed up your light. You've pulled back, right? You haven't shown your inner light. So now it's time to sort of show. I think you need to just take a breath for a second, Shirley. You need to look at what you've done. Yeah. And look at your reactions. Yeah. I think you need to take a breath for a second. You've got to let your true self shine up. I think you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable and be okay with being vulnerable. And this is the thing. You weren't okay with being vulnerable in front of him. And so you distanced him. Yeah. You pushed him away. You didn't allow, you were embarrassed by your vulnerability, right? So now you've got to take a breath and sort of let your true self shine through. See, you know, don't hide who you are. It's 4:44 on the clock. Ooh, interesting. So what does the angel say about 4:44? You've got to allow yourself to show your vulnerability. If you want to be in a relationship with someone, you've got to show them when you're vulnerable. And you've got to allow them to, to step up for you. And when you push them away, like you did, what happened when you pushed them away? He got mad because he was hurt. He was hurt. And then you talked about how you were hurt. No wonder he. So you've got to. Reminder that processes have to be followed to reach the desired goals. Interesting. Well, it's an interesting one aspect as well. So yeah, depending on what website you look at, there are a couple of things here. Yeah. So Shirley, it's time to do some really deep thinking here for you. I do feel like there is this need to allow your emotions to be vulnerable. I do feel like you need to let yourself be. I feel like this pouring out of emotion and have that sense of acceptance, the sense of be inspired about where you want to be. So, yeah, Shirley, sending you lots of love. I do feel like this is some stuff that you've got to deal with personally. I do feel like you've got a lot of healing coming in to let your true self shine through. I do feel like you've got a lot of healing. Maybe you could talk to somebody that can help and guide you through this process. Ah, I see. As in your own comfortable with. Yeah. Bring them into yourself with what you're comfortable with. Yeah. Yeah, Shirley, you may have a lot of self-healing that you need to do so you can let your true self shine through so that you can be vulnerable. So, yeah, there is some work for you to do on yourself, Shirley, as well. But, yeah, there's some work to do. Oops. So, yeah. Because you were pushing him away, Shirley. I think it was, I think you had your own stuff to deal with. And so you were taking your anger out on him. Yeah. So, yeah. Sometimes people find it hard to open up straight away. Shirley. Takes time. Takes time for some people to open up. You know, he may have been hurt in the past, and so he has his own stuff to deal with. So, yeah, sometimes you just got to allow yourself to be vulnerable and just allow him that chance to get to know you, and then maybe he'll open up in time. Take care, Jackie. Take care. So Shirley, yeah, I do feel like he has a lot of his own healing to do for sure. And yeah, I think there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. Oh, I just got to put these back. I don't think Egyptian Famous is here. I think she might be working. I'll catch her next time. Oh, she'll come back again. Yeah. Yeah. So Shirley, yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of healing needing to be done for yourself. You've got to let your true self shine through and just be you. And don't be embarrassed by who you are as an individual. Loving oneself. Yeah. It can be really hard to open up. And if someone's been hurt in the past, there is a time when people will not give you everything straight away. And that's part of the journey, part of the discovery. You know, it's just accepting for who they are in this moment and loving them, for being them, you know. And so saying, okay, I can accept you're not going to give me all the information right now. It's going to take time to get to know. You know, I'm not going to, you know, some people find it really hard to open up. Everybody's really different. And you've got to look at your zodiac signs as well. Maybe you've got to look at your astrology. Surely, maybe looking at your astrology and seeing the differences that you are could be one way of looking at, you know, and seeing the differences. So that's it. I'm finished. Thank you to everybody that was here. That was a bit of a big one. But yeah, Shirley, I just feel like you've got a lot of healing to do for yourself, and just allow yourself that healing process. Maybe reach out and apologize, and just allow yourself to be you without any regrets. You know, just acceptance that we're all different. Yeah, I need to close up. If anyone wants any private readings, don't forget I've got the spooky season readings available. So I've been on for nearly 2 hours now. I think that's long enough for me. So if anyone has any, yeah, you'll have to come back on another day. Come back in a couple of days' time. Come back every couple of days. I'll be back on again. But you can always book a private reading. Yep, you could be mirroring each other too. And that can be hard when you've got that same sort of energy coming in. Yeah. I think there's definitely some sort of passion there. There is some sort of energy going on between you. And when you both, he wasn't being mean. That's your perception. He was protecting himself, Shirley. I think a lot of it was protecting himself. He's been hurt in the past. He's been hurt, so he was protecting himself. You know? I don't feel like he was being mean. I don't feel like he was a mean energy. I feel like surely that he was, what I want to say was that he was someone who had dealt with some past hurt. And I don't think he was protecting himself. He was saying, you pulled away from me, so I'm hurt, so now I'm going to protect myself. Anyway, Shirley, you've got a lot of healing to do. I better get going. So, yeah. Let's have a look at this. So I'm going to put in okay. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. He was threatening you? Well, maybe it's time to do some deep thinking about, he got a little bit threatening, a little psycho. Maybe he was, yeah, maybe you got some thinking to do. Anyway, you've got some healing to do, Shirley. I think it's up to you to decide what you want to do. But definitely feel like if he was threatening a little psycho, well, then maybe you need to do some thinking about what you want to do. Up to you. Up to you what you do. Anyway, I better get going. I've been on for 2 hours now. That's it from me.